FOSS for 2020 is going to look a lot different. Do you want to speak to that a little bit, Jack?
Yeah, sure can. I mean, when it comes to seed placed fertilizer, and phosphorus is one that we like to place next to the seed because it's not mobile in the soil. So a lot of phosphate goes down in the seed row, and of course, what we run into with seed placed phosphorus is soil moisture. Soil moisture has a huge influence on relative safety of fertilizer placed with the seed. When you've got dry years like we had in 2019, I saw a number of cases where we saw injury to crops from too much seed placed phosphate. This year, 2020, I mean, we've had monsoon season here basically. I call it the healing power of water. You can put down very high rates of seed placed fertilizer, and actually it can look quite good, and you can get away with it. But trying to guess, is it going to rain or isn't it going to rain? That's the
That's the big question.
big question. If you put down high rates of seed placed phos and it doesn't rain, you could have crop injury. A year like this, you can come out on top. So moisture is the huge factor that trumps everything in terms of seed placed fertilizer.
So speaking to that directly, what product specifically do we have in our trial this year that would help to, lessen the blow or lessen the risk with that upping that seed place cost?
Right. So in the Xtreme Trial this year, what we've got is we're comparing monoammonium phosphate with crystal green, or a combination of monoammonium phosphate with crystal green. Because crystal green is a new product out, it's a new phosphate, it's extracted from wastewater, has a very low salt index. So in terms of seed safety, it's probably one of the most safe phosphate alternatives that you can look at to put it down in the seed row. Now, the only aspect with crystal green is why you want to use an application with a MAP is that the MAP will be a little bit released sooner than will the crystal green. Crystal green has a different release mechanism. Crystal green is released through the hydrogen ion release, or the citric acid that's released from the plant roots. And so until the root system develops enough to release citric acid, you don't get a release of phosphate to the plant. So that's why it works better in a blend. But on the other hand, you can certainly up the rates of phosphate that you normally would, and you will not see injury in the seed row.
There you go. Well, thank you, Jack.